Let's do question 4, functions. Question 4. Whenever you write mathematics, make sure that you read all the questions or everything that is written in the question carefully so that you don't make any mistakes or to avoid mistakes. Okay, let's get on with it. The sketch below shows the graphs of f of x is equal to log base 5 of x and g of x is equal to 2 over x minus 1 plus 1. And then you are given a few pointers there. T and U are the x-intercepts of G. T and U are the x-intercepts of G, respectively, of G and F, respectively. The line y is equal to x intersects the asymptotes of G at R and the graph of G at V. At R and V. R and V there. Okay, 4.1. Write down the coordinates of U. We know in this question we are given 3 different functions. We have a straight line, which is y equals to x, and then we have a hyperbola, which is the graph of g of x, and we have a logarithmic function, f of x. So to get the coordinates of U, we're going to use the fact that we know the asymptotes of G, and that's going to give us the value of U. Look at the denominator there. That x minus 1 gives you the asymptote of G, and U lies on the vertical asymptote of G. To get that, you set that equal to 0, and it's on the x-axis. So, and it's just one mark. They say it right. U coordinates are gonna be positive 1, 0, or semicolon. 4.2. Write down the equation of the asymptote of G. Write down the equations of asymptote of G. As I said, the first one is x is equals to 1 and y is equals to that value positive 1 again. To get the x, the vertical and horizontal asymptotes of a hyperbola, for example this one, g of x is equals to 2 over x minus 1 plus 1. This value, you take it as it is, it gives you the horizontal asymptote. This value, you set it equal to 0, and it gives you the vertical asymptote. Remember, vertical asymptotes are given using x is equal to, while the horizontal asymptotes are given using y is equal to x is equal to dash, y is equal to dash. Okay, let's move on to 4.3. 4.3. Determine the coordinates of T. T is an x-intercept of G, as we were told there. T is the x for x-intercepts, and you said y equals to 0, or g of x equals to 0 in this case. So let's go ahead and do that. 0 is equals to 2 over x minus 1 plus 1. Transpose positive 1 becomes negative 1 is equals to 2 over x minus 1. Multiply both sides by x minus 1, or the denominator, to clear all fractions. Doing that is equals to 2. I can choose to divide by negative 1, but let me make it simple. Minus x plus 1 is equals to 2. Take x to the other side, which implies that x is equals to negative 1 when you solve that. So the coordinates of t, what did they say? Determine the coordinates of t. T will be negative 1 semicolon 0 because it's an x-intercept. Let's move on to 4.4. 4.4. Write down the equation of the asymptote of h, the reflection of f about the line y is equals to x. When we reflect about the line y equals to x, it simply means take the inverse of that function. Reflecting about the line y equals to x implies taking the inverse of the given function. Where will you switch y and make it x, then you go all the steps. I assume we know how to take the inverse of a function. So here, write down the equation of h of x, or write down the equation h of x, reflection of f of x is a log base 5 of x. We know the inverse of logarithms is a exponential function. Functions that are in the form of y is equals to a to the x. So in this case, we simply have y equals log 5 of x, then switch x and y to the inverse. X is equals to log 5 of y. My teacher used to say use push. This 5 pushes the x and then you remain with y. So the final answer here, you get y is equals to 5 to the power of x. You see, the 5 pushes x upwards. That's a simple trick if you want to remember. Push to go from logarithmic functions to exponential functions. So this is h of x is equals to 5 to the power of x. Now we are given 4.5. They say write down the equation of the asymptote of h of x minus 3, which is equals to 5 to the power of x minus 3, like that. So to write the equation, we just set that equal to 0, and you get, don't be confused here. This graph will look like this. An exponential function. Let me try that again. Will look like this. Why? Usually they look like this or this. So the confusion in here will be like you setting this equals to 0 and you think you have found the right asymptote, but that's not correct because of the domain of exponential graphs. This graph can go on forever and ever. Write down the equation of the asymptote of h of x. So to write down the equation of the asymptote of that one, you simply say y is equal to 0, not x is equal to 3. because this graph will go beyond 3, positive 3, going upwards. 4.6. Please correct me if I'm wrong with 4.5, but I think it's correct. Calculate the coordinates of V. The coordinates of V. We know when we have two functions, we can equate each other to see where they intersect. So V is the intersection of this line y is equal to x and g of x. We simply equate those two. So we have 2 over x minus 1, or let me first say g of x is equals to y, and then we know y is equals to x in that line. So 2 over x minus 1 plus 1 is equals to x. We're gonna get a quadratic function here because we clearly have two intersections, the v and other one which is not labeled. So taking 1 to the other side, transposing 1, we have 2 over x minus 1 is equals to x minus 1. So multiplying both sides by x minus 1, we get 2 is equals to x minus 1 squared, or x minus 1 times x minus 1. I will expand this one. 2 is equals to x squared minus 2x plus 1. There. We know how to expand quadratic functions. And then 0 will be equals to x squared minus 2x. 2 goes to the other side, and I get a negative 1. Try to factorize that. X, I want 1 and 1. I want 1 and 1 there, so I'm gonna get, can I factorize this? If I put minus 1 plus 1, I won't get minus 1 and 1, I won't get positive 2. So I think this one you should use the quadratic formula. X is equals to minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is not correct. Did I make a mistake? Let me check. X squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay. I did say plus 1. And then if I transpose 2 to the other side, I'll have plus 1 minus 2 giving me minus 1. What's wrong? x is equals to minus b minus 2 plus minus square root of minus 2 squared minus 4. What is my a? What is my c? Minus 1. X is equals to 2 plus square root of negative 2 squared minus 4. A is 1, negative 1. 1 plus square root of 2, or x is equals to 1 minus square root of 2. So clearly V's x coordinate is this one. We substitute that one into the equation of y is equals to x, and then we get the coordinates of V are 1 comma 1 plus square root of 2 comma 1 plus square root of 2. Those are the coordinates of B. 4.7. Determine the coordinates of T prime, the point which is symmetrical to T about the point R. We want to reflect this point about the point R. If anyone in the watching this, can you help me with how to reflect a point about a point? Please leave your answer in the comment section. In the next video I will show you the memo. If you have gone so far, which means you may find value in this, please comment, help me correct my mistakes and be a better maths teacher. Subscribe, it really motivates me. Like, share. Thank you.